You know, it's freezing again. It went back to winter time. And I want y'all to see something real quick. So my cars are backed in, right? That's not the behavior of somebody who's depressed and giving up on life or whatever and wants to end it, you know. These stalkers are stupid. So hopefully when the policeman pulled up, I mean, that's a brand new roof on that house. I've got to work on that front porch area. I was going to enclose it in, but I had a renter move out. I had to start working on something else. You know how it is when you got projects. But hopefully a policeman is smart enough to know that when you back your car in, that means you plan on going back out. These stalkers are stupid. They're working in vain, you know. I'm going to do my little walk up this hill here while I'm talking. The reason I think it's a female doctor is because there was somebody. Okay, so the emails and what they say and the game that they're playing, it's the same spirit. You can actually, you know what I'm talking about. You can talk to somebody and learn their spirit, go away from them for a week, come back. It's the same spirit. And so the spirit that these emails and these games that they're playing is the same spirit as somebody who used to make comments on my channel, my other channel that had 10,000 subscribers. And the name of this person, and they would change it. They would change their name. It was God Code. You'd block them, and they'd put God Code 1. You'd change their name, they'd put God Code 2. And the only other channel that I saw online that used to use the word God Code was this female. Said she was a doctor. Who knows if it was real or not? But she said she was a doctor. And what she was into was not gematria. What's that word I'm looking for? She was into spiritualism and code, but it was into, and she would always say, in la cache. In other words, you have a box, it's called a cache or box where you store stuff, in la cache to store it. And she was into what was she into? It wasn't gematria. The Essenes. She was into the Essenes, right? So it's kind of like the esoteric people who are not born again, but they want to be spiritual without Jesus, you know? And the Rosicrucian stuff. So you got these people who, they want us to be spiritual through the Rosicrucian, the Essenes, and all that. So this God Code person had the same spirit as these emails. The comments were exactly the same. So it had to be her. Now it might be one of her flying monkeys, you know, because she'd get on there and make comments, stupid comments. She would say that the 0 is the male and the 1 is the female, which you already know that. But hey, you were driving like kind of crazy the other day, wasn't you?
Huh?
You were driving kind of crazy the other day.
When we're at?
Right over here at Stamey's. I was right behind you and you were almost running.
Yeah, the little old nigger girl, she tried to run me off the road because she wanted to scoot in front of me and about hit my bumper.
Yeah, but you don't have to let that control you.
I'll take that nigger to the cleaners.
You don't have to let that be your response, though.
She's lucky I wasn't on the Harley.
And then what, you end up in jail?
I wasn't going to end up in jail. Her fault, brother.
Yeah, but you don't have to respond to their craziness.
I know, but...
All right. Yeah, that's the guy. I don't know if I uploaded that video or not, but that was the guy who was acting crazy, you know. He's an old guy, using the N-word and stuff like that. You can tell he's got trauma, and he's running on a program. So the God Code girl, she's running on a program, and her followers, which are the New Age, esoteric, Essene, Rosicrucian, trying to be spiritual without Jesus, you know, trying to be spiritual without Jesus is going to the devil, going to the dark side. So when she would say the O was the male and the 1 is the female, you can tell she's an anti, because it's obvious that the 1 is the male and the O is the female. I mean, it's obvious. She was so delusional, and so I've destroyed her code. So look at that wheel. It's like an O. It's like an O, right? Now what is an O? If it's a wheel, it's turning on cycles. Turn means vulva. And so I destroyed her code with not only the Bible, with the etymology, and with the object lessons, and I destroyed her code and all the Essenes and all the Rosicrucians and all the witches and the warlocks. I destroyed them, and they can't stand it. And they've got to shut me down because, now think about it. Number 1, they hate the gospel. Number 2, they hate free speech of those who preach the gospel. They just want the lies to be told. They hate free speech of truth. You saw me try to talk wisdom into that guy, that you don't have to respond to their insanity. The way he was driving, I don't know if I uploaded the video or not, but I think I did. Maybe I didn't. But you don't want people to destroy themselves, but they're so caught up in that program, they want to destroy themselves, you know, trying to help people. And that's one of the things these, you see that? She had all that lane with nobody, and she could have pulled over, but she wanted to be right beside me. Like she was, these people are selfish. You're surrounded by people who hate each other, stalk each other, persecute each other. They're in the flesh mind. That guy was justifying doing his car all over the road, acting crazy. He was justifying the flesh mind. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. That's the spirit mind. Revenge is the flesh mind. Anyway, these Essenes tried to create a movement, and God rose somebody up and showed me the code and destroyed their code. A few people who were in the code, I helped them to see that the code pointed to Jesus, and I think they got saved. I don't know for sure. One of them, I've spent so many years with her, I hope she's really saved. She's kind of crazy, but I think she got saved. And it might be her. She might be the one doing it, because it's like a split personality at times, it seems like. But the God Code people, it could be people who were following McCleary and stuff like that, because these people think they got something. I mean, the fact that they can see, like if you look right here, you could see the A-frame on the roofs. All these roofs have an A-frame, and then on top of the A-frame is the brick, the red brick. So that red represents the blood. A represents the altar. So all these homes are covered by the blood, and the letter A goes back to the blood. So all these homes, just like the moon goes, moon means blood. Everything's covered by the blood, or this place would be destroyed. And so these God Code people who were studying the code that was an anti-code, because you know a 0 is not the male. The 1s and the 0s, male, female. And they wanted to flip it. And when I've proved it, time and time again, that their code was upside down, it made them mad, because I had to shut them down. Because their flying monkeys might get saved, you know. If their flying monkeys get saved and they start preaching the truth, other flying monkeys might get saved. I had no idea when I started. I think I started 30 years ago because I was on the Yahoo platform. I had no idea if you just said faith alone and Jesus alone that would be attacked so much. And it took me many years to meditate on why they would attack faith alone and Jesus alone. Look at this dude in this purple shirt dancing out in this parking lot, acting stupid. He's drunk, I guess. Trying to be Michael Jackson at 50 years old. Can't even walk around the block without one guy justifying his crazy drive and some lady trying to run over you on the road, and then you got somebody else dancing and acting like a idiot. The only reason they do it is for attention, you know. What was I talking about? These people are stupid. These people are crazy. It's getting bad, people. You got stalkers, you got bad drivers, you got revengeful people, you got drunks out in their front yard dancing, trying to get attention. These people, they have no inner life. You know that other guy over there using the N-word and all, and he should have saw I was recording. You know he has no inner life. It has nothing to do with race. I've seen white rednecks act worse than that. He was actually one of them. He's actually mirror imaging himself, evidently. He's casting that image and it's coming back and reflecting on it. Anyway, it says, "Hi, I'm currently being recorded as I walk right here on the street." It never ends. Let's see what this is. Let's see what happened now. So anyway, the God Code people, the God Code, look at this. He was facing this way, and then he turned in here, and now he's turning around going back the other way. The God Code people hate the Bible. They want to build up the book of Enoch. This is the ones who attack you. Also the ones who believe in the church has to go through the tribulation. Those people attack you. They don't believe in the rapture. If you talk about the rapture, if you talk about faith alone, if you talk about the pre-trib rapture, that is. If you talk about resting in Christ, if you talk about the code, that everything points back to Jesus. See that red stop sign? To the right of that red stop sign is a green sign. Cain and Abel. Why would you paint your shed red? There's probably something in there that shouldn't be in there, to be honest with you. You can see stuff via the code. Anyway, I've talked to that guy before with that red car there. He's so corrupt in his mind. Everything out of his mouth is corrupt. And the guy's like 65 or 70, still talks like he's 18 years old in some kind of time machine back when everything they thought was cool was cool. They thought it was cool, but it wasn't cool. He pulled into his driveway, right? One reason I back into my driveways is because if the battery goes dead or something, I can get somebody to pull in and jump the battery off, you know. But you see people that pull into the driveway. Now I understand why she pulls in, because she can get out of the car and go right to her steps. But if you're backing into your driveway, that means it's a language that you're getting ready to go back out. So any policeman who pulls up on a car and they pulled their cars, they backed their cars in, they should understand that you're planning on going out, that you don't want to hurt yourself, you're not depressed, I'm getting ready to go get something done, you know. Long story short, I think it's the person or somebody related to the God Code person, because the same spirit in their comments and in the way they talked is the same spirit of the emails they're sending all these other these organizations trying to harass me. Hopefully that one police, they said, yeah, we'll check into this. Hopefully the YouTube or can check some history or something on them. We would hope so.